Welcome to Eyes and Teeth Season 6 Edition 3 on April the 29th. I don't normally mention the date, but today is my birthday and I've just turned 46. Today is also the wedding anniversary of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, His Royal Highness Prince William and Kate. And the reason I'm saying that is because I have an anecdote to share. My only royal variety performance was a royal event in the presence of the happy couple who were making their first debut public appearance after their engagement was announced. After the fab night of entertainment at the Thursford Christmas Spectacular in Norfolk, the 130-strong cast were rewarded with a lineup after the show. I was standing in line between the drummers and the pipers, George and Betty Fay, a wonderful legendary dove act, and the brilliant illusionist and thimble connoisseurs Richard and Hayley Griffin. In these situations, it's tricky to remember exactly what was said, but I clocked right away the compliments for use on future posters. I have saved one comment from Prince William for later in this podcast, but another part of our conversation went like this. William, your show was brilliant. How do you do it? Thank you, Your Royal Highness. Something about ventriloquism, I said, and showed him how I did it. And then I went on to congratulate William and Kate on their recent engagement. Thank you, said William. Steve, your wedding is actually on my birthday, 29th of April. William, I know, that's why we chose it. Both laughs. No, we did. We really laughed. You had to be there. I remember this word for word, but thankful to have had any time chatting, seeing as the lovely couple walked along the whole line and didn't leave anybody out. So 29 is our lucky number. It's Nina's birthday, it's my birthday, it's our anniversary day on the 29th of October. We had 29 guests at our wedding in Las Vegas. So today, I link my guest with ventriloquism, and it may be pure coincidence that he is 29 years younger than me. I'd like to introduce to you Nikolas Bushi. Nikolas is a budding ventriloquist I saw online a few years back, and after watching him, I saw that he reminded me of me when I started out. My wife Nina says how much he reminds her of a young me, and it's uncanny except Nick has a New York Italian accent, and mine's Basingstoke/Eastbourne, Hampshire, Sussex. After we connected, I sent Nikolas an Axtell puppet in the post, who now turns out to be Chris, one of his most popular characters. Magic Man and friend Kyle Saracen from Norfolk gave me the puppet the year before, but I saw it would benefit Nick more starting out. So with Kyle's permission, I sent it on to Nick. What Nick has done since, enhancing his act, his technique, and his online content has been truly inspiring. He now has over 308,000 followers on TikTok, with over 2.5 million likes and growing. He is a young talent to look out for in the world of ventriloquism. Welcome to Eyes and Teeth, Nikolas Bushi. On Eyes and Teeth, this is a very, very special because I've got some great friends on. But these friends are the future stars. You know, I used to be the youngest ventriloquist in the UK. I was the younger generation, but now there's probably two generations below me now, and I really root for them. I really want them to do well. And I saw this guy on YouTube, and he was performing at the Kentucky Ventriloquist Convention, and he's here today. His name is Nikolas Bushi. Hi, Nikolas.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Can we just go back to when you done the Kentucky Ventriloquist Convention? That spot that you put on, it's like you've been honing it for years, because your comedy timing, it was just fantastic. It's like you'd honed it and rehearsed it. How did you get to that point to be a great technical ventriloquist, as well as being confident in front of that room full of ventriloquists, which for me, when I was 28, was quite daunting, and you were half that age when you did it. So firstly, how old were you when you went to Kentucky, and how did you get that act together?
I was 15, 14, around there, and I was rehearsing a lot a few weeks before it. So I wanted to come up with a short routine that was short and funny. So I had one that I decided to do, but then the last few days I decided to change it because I didn't think it was going to be good enough. And fortunately, I changed it to the one I performed, and it was pretty good. But yeah, I did practice that routine a lot.
It was very funny, and there was a lot of clever routine you did with the phone routine that you did was so funny.
So, Jeff, this is our first time here. Yeah, I'm so excited. Yeah, me too. Wait, Jeff. What? I thought they said no phones.
I don't care.
Look, Jeff, why'd you bring the phone? Just in case they're an emergency. You see? Hello? Hey, Jenny! How are you? It's Jenny. I don't care. Oh. I'm good. How are you doing? Jeff, hang up the phone now. Sorry, 1 second, Jenny. Shh, another tone. Well, how you doing? Oh, well, work, paying the rent, feeding the kids. I don't even know why I said that. I live in a suitcase, and I have no kids. Anyways, Jeff, let me talk to him. All right. Jenny, he wants to talk to you. Come on. It's in your hand. Hello? Hey, finish up what you were saying with Jeff because we gotta go soon. Sorry, 1 second. I'm on the phone. All right, I said finish up what you were saying with Jeff, all right? What are you doing? Watch out. Anyways, hey, Jenny, what are you doing when I come back? Jeff, I said let me talk to him again. He wants to talk to you again. Hello? Oh, Jeff, what's that over there? Where? Oh, it must have been me. Oh, okay. All right, okay. Finish up what you were saying, all right? Finally, man, we got to talk. Jenny? Hello? All right, Jeff, you gotta go because I have one more puppet. Are you kidding me? Another puppet? Yeah. All right, thank you very much, guys. It's been a pleasure.
That was the brilliant Nikolas Bushi performing at the Kentucky Convention. The silences you can hear and then the laughter, they're all created because of the visuals that Nikolas performs with the character. And it's a traditional ventriloquist dummy he's working with. It's not easy to capture those comical moments, but Nikolas had it down to a T. Great work, Nikolas.
Thank you. But back then, I didn't really know how to do the phone voice, the distant voice.
Okay.
Until you taught me over on Messenger with great advice, and now it's come along great.
It has, Nikolas, and I'm really proud of you, mate, because you don't mind, taking a couple of tips and stuff from people, and I was like that, and people still send me messages now. I know people who are double my age and tell me to do things on stage that I was not doing, and now my show is a lot better for it. So just taking advice is a lovely thing. But thank you for doing what you're doing, only because your performance is exquisite when you do the distant voice. You're like a little master at it. So well done. I love all the videos that you were doing as well. So
thank you.
Putting it out there and being creative, especially in a time like 2020, which is probably how we're going to call it from now on, because 2020, you remember that year. We're basically all taking a year out, and so I hope you're gearing up to get back on stage, and 2021 is going to be a great fresh start for everybody. But do you have any shows coming up?
Well, I probably have a private event on December 5th, also on December 6th. Yeah.
Great.
For now. I don't know yet about... There's one that we always do on December 23rd, me and my dad, on Rockefeller Center.
Wow.
By the big tree.
Yeah. I see you did that last year.
Scheduled this year.
Okay, brilliant. And so your dad's a close-up magician, is that right? Or does he do magic on stage as well, or just close-up?
Yeah, he used to do magic back when we used to live in Italy on stage. He did stage illusions. My mom was the assistant. But now he has come here to America, and he does close-up magic, walk around. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So I didn't know your mum was his assistant. So they met in the magical world, and they created a young comedy ventriloquist magician as well. So that's fantastic. I love that. I noticed the passion when I saw you on the Kentucky show. I noticed the passion there already in your act, And you reminded me of when I started. You know, the voices, the young voice was almost similar. Your performance was it was far more polished than mine, but I could kind of see myself starting out again, you know, by watching you, and I loved that. But I could see your passion for the business as well, and that you watch other ventriloquists. And so, when did you first see a ventriloquist and thought, I want to put ventriloquism into my magic act?
The first time I saw a ventriloquist was back in 2015 on TV. It was Paul Zerden on America's Got Talent. He's really good. He won. And I had a little puppet that there's a place here, Coney Island, which is like a carnival kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I want a little puppet he moves his hands and then he moves his head like that, but I didn't move his mouth. And I tried to make him talk, but I wasn't really good. So then I saw Darcy Lynn and I decided to try it again. And I got an actual puppet. I got the Charlie McCarthy.
Yeah.
I used that for a while. Then I got Jeff Dunham's Little Jeff, which I'm really grateful that he made him, because it helped a lot of young ventriloquists with his DVD and his booklet, and Little Jeff. Yeah.
So you got some little characters made up there. And I remember when I started, I used to look at the mayor's studios and get the little leaflets that they used to send out, you know, and I joined the Northern American Association of Ventriloquists, and they used to send loads of catalogues over, and I'd see all these little Charlie McCarthys and Lesters from Willie Tyler, you know, and Jerry Mahoney's, all these great little characters that you could have of your own. And these days the equivalent is Jeff Dunham, and he's doing a great job for inspiring just loads of young talent out there, you know. And I look up to Jeff. I think he's fantastic. But it's such an amazing thing. In America, there's so many American ventriloquists. I spoke to Ron Lucas the other day and spoke to him about how many Texan ventriloquists, many great ventriloquists are from Texas. What's going on in Texas that we don't know about? I'm surprised there's no convention there.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot. There's Terry Fader, Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham was born there. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yes.
I don't know why, but maybe if you want to have a kid ventriloquist, we can move to Texas.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Jay Johnson as well. Yeah, I mean, I admire, as you know, Ron Lucas, Jay Johnson, David Strassman, Jeff Dunham, Willie Tyler. Shari Lewis. Did you ever see any clips of Shari Lewis?
Yeah, she has famous lamb chop.
Yeah, she was great. Darcy Lynn reminds me of her, you know, so she's got that because she can sing as well, you know. And that's a great thing when you can add another part of your act, not just the comedy, not just the magic which you have, but you also have the singing element, which Steve Hewlett does not have. And so you've got this, I would say, a triple threat, but you've almost got a quartet threat, because it's the magic, the singing, the comedy, the vent. But you also do accents as well, and you do great accents. You can do Italy, you could do English, American. And where's your father from?
He's from Albania, a close country next to Italy. Both of my parents are from Albania. They moved to Italy, and I was born in Italy. Okay,
so they're Albanian. And I saw you put out a Thanksgiving message in Albanian. You were talking in Albanian.
No, it was that was Albania's Independence Day.
Oh, Independence. Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe it's because I couldn't understand it. I didn't know it. But it's so nice that you were sending messages across the world like that. And with your characters as well. Now, you've got Chris the dummy. Yep. You got him about a year ago now. Can you believe that? It was nearly a year ago.
Yeah, December 23rd will be a year. I can't wait.
He's going to have a birthday. It really is nice seeing you using him and working him, because he's great. He really suits you as well, little Chris. I see you're building up your act. You've got some great characters there as well. And because you're building up your act around the songs, adding a song to break up the comedy is really good. But you, like I say, you're like a triple threat. And so all I can do really is play with my dolls and try and be funny. But you've got the potential to make your show a full show, like a one-man show, because of the extra talents that you have. How is your act structured now, and how long can you go and do? Can you do 30 minutes? Can you do 45? Are you ready to go out and do a full cabaret now?
Well, yeah, I think it takes time for someone's show to really go from 30 minutes, 45, an hour, and then even more. But now I can go on for 55 minutes, an hour.
How old are you now?
I'm 16. I'm about to turn 17 in February.
Oh, that's incredible. I was 22 when I had 45 minutes. So you think you're already 5 years ahead of me, having nearly an hour, which is fantastic. So well done there. And it's all about practice as well, isn't it? Like the magic.
But I think that now with this quarantine, I think every ventriloquist that's just starting or has a lot of time practice, and with this quarantine, I was lucky to have it's almost like I've practiced for a year in just a few months.
That's true. You've had the time to do it, and so you're home. But because you've got the act ready, you can start gigging when you pass your driving test. But first, you have to pass the COVID test. It'll be amazing though because you'll be ready to go, and like you say, you've been rehearsing for so long. We were talking about accents and different languages and things, and I really admire a guy called Fred Roby. I shared one of his videos the other day. Did you get to see that?
I'm not sure, but I'll check it out after.
Yeah, I'll resend it to you because he's one to look out for. I think he's 90 this year, and he welcomed me into his home 2 years ago when I went to Switzerland, and he worked with his wife like your father did with your mother, and.
Yeah.
And he worked with Angela, and she was a dancer in the show. And he would present his ventriloquism skills by doing voices. And then she would dance around, and she would dance past him. And he would grab some of her clothing. And then she would dance past him again. He'd grab some more clothing. But while she's dancing, he's building a puppet with her clothes. And by the time she finishes her dancing, her ballet... he's got a working puppet, which he built in front of the audience, you know. I'll send you the clip. It's just a beautiful piece. And it's something I think you'll really enjoy. But yeah, Fred Roby, his name is. I am inspired still by these ventriloquists that were before us, you know. Out of the ventriloquist world, who are your inspirations comedy-wise and music-wise?
Well, of course, music-wise, it has to be Terry Fader because... he's probably one of the most famous, if not the most famous music-wise, but I have quite a lot comedy-wise and ventriloquist-wise. So that would be Ron Lucas, you.
Oh, contributional.
Yeah. Do you know, I was your age when I met Ron Lucas, and so I feel the way you do, you know, when you speak to... I saw you talking to Terry Fader in the lockdown, you know, and you were talking to him online. And it's like that first meeting that I had with Ron Lucas. I admired him so much, and he gave me so much of his time. He did it even a few weeks ago. I'm 45 now, but I still feel like I'm a 14-year-old lad, you know, looking up to a ventriloquist. But he's just one of those genuine people, you know, and he passed it down to me, and I feel like I've helped pass it on as well. So I'm proud to just be a little bit of help, because it's nice to have inspirations, because our inspirations, they had inspirations as well, you know.
Yeah, I really love what you have done, not only for the young ventriloquists, I mean, not only for me, but for all the young ventriloquists and the community, and supporting them, giving advices, and that's really great, yeah.
I think that's what it's all about, though, isn't it, Nikolas? But you have to have fun as well. Are you enjoying the creative side? Because you're putting out so many funny videos out there. Now, I did make a little list. There's a couple of little things that I really loved. You've got Chris the Dummy, which you do loads of sketches at the dinner table when he enjoyed his Thanksgiving dinner. I saw that one. And the sketches I really like, and the great vent bits. And it's very impressive. I love the bear with the constant wind. I laughed out loud twice at those clips. And I need to show my kids those, where the bear... he actually does break wind, doesn't he? And how did you come up with that idea? Is it built in him?
Well, okay, so there's a little secret to it. So it's the person who is behind the camera making the noise.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's funny. So your dad or your mum's got the sense of humor as well. But
mostly it was with my sister.
Oh, really? Okay.
We still record videos together, and we found a teddy bear. We bought him from Toys R Us.
Okay.
We cut him in the back, cut his mouth open, and we just played around with it. The first time we ever did it was we tied fishing line to his tail. My sister was pressing the record button and had the stick. And then Chris say something, and then on the cue, she would make the fart really great, and then from then on, we just kept having ideas with him.
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah, the farting bear. It's just so funny, and just keep creating, keep doing what you're doing, because you've grown so much in those. I mean, talent-wise, your technique was always good, but you've worked on it, and whether it's me or Terry Fater or whoever's give you a little tip, you're taking it in, and at a young age you can learn so much and just get better and better and better, and TV will come to you. You know, you just keep putting videos out there, keep sharing, because it's all about Instagram, TikTok, and your generation. As you know, I'm really bad at technology, so I just give up too easily. So I may put a video on Facebook, but I'm not really of the TikTok and Instagram generation. So that's your job, Nikolas Bushi. So it would be really nice for you to keep creating, because they're watching out there. You know, the people around the television companies are watching. And so I hope you get something from that. And one day you will hit a nail on the head with one of your videos. And using music as well, not mucus. Sometimes you need to get rid of the mucus. Then you can using music is a really good way of getting your performance across. So if you could sing like Bublé, you've got a great voice. You could do a bit of Sinatra, but if you could do a Bublé song with a puppet, Michael Bublé might see that. Michael Bublé might tweet it. Michael Bublé might want to meet you and do that on TV. So if it, whatever it is music-wise, link it with something that is really big at the time, you know, and just link it all together. Think positive and make those things happen. I mean, you may already have those ideas, but it's just being creative and doing something that other people haven't done. And nobody has got a farting bear. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, unfortunately the bathroom now is broken and we've not been able to use it because of the bear. The TikTok, Instagram. We did open TikTok, and on the first day, we hit, no, not on the first day, but in the first week, we got 11,000 followers, and now it kept growing. Now it's on 64,000.
That's amazing.
On TikTok, yesterday with 500 people, and they all loved it. I think their favorite is Chris.
Great. Yeah. Do you know what? That's really great to hear. 64,000 followers. That's incredible. So keep doing that.
Yeah. Steve Hewlett, yeah. Wait, you didn't tell me this. We're doing an interview with Steve Hewlett. Yeah, oh, wow, like, yeah, woo! I can't believe it. Woo! What's up, Steve?
I'm good, Chris. Good to see you again. It was nearly a year ago since I posted you, and you've not changed in a year.
Oh, yeah. Luckily, I never get old.
I was just thinking, with my character Arthur Lager, in about 20 years, I'm going to start to look like him. So me and Arthur will be twins. But you guys, you know, you'll gradually get older than Chris. How old are you, Chris?
Chris is 14. 13.
Are you jealous of Nicholas's other friends? Because he's got quite a few in the house now.
Yeah, I'm really jealous because yesterday we were doing a live on TikTok and everyone in the comments kept saying, let's see Elmo, and I got really mad. I can't believe it. Oh my god.
I had a character of Elmo. I had an Elmo puppet in my show. Have you seen the video somewhere of that?
I've seen the video.
I can't remember where I've put that, but I did use Elmo, and I used that Elmo puppet in a Christmas show. And it was exactly 10 years ago this year. And Prince William and Kate, his fiancée at the time, were at the show. And Prince William said to me, I loved Elmo. He loved my Elmo bit. He did mention the other stuff. I mean, Prince William's famous because he's in The Crown and everything. Yeah. Yeah, so keep using Elmo. The reason I stopped using Elmo was because I went on BGT and Elmo is kind of copyright with Sesame Street, the Muppets and Disney, so Elmo had to leave my act and now Elmo's in your act. And I bought Elmo in an airport. I was actually travelling home from a cruise ship and he was in this airport shop, in a Disney shop, and I bought Elmo, stuck it in the show the next night and started to do this crazy little routine with him on the Disney cruise ships, and they loved it. I used to have loads of kids knocking on my cabin door saying, where's Elmo, where's Elmo, I'm Elmo. It was frustrating, so I was happy to drop it from the show. I love the stuff that you did with your sister when you had the box. Was it a matchbox or something? Or you were trying to sell?
Yeah, it was a bunch of cards that my dad used, and they were leftover cards. So we decided to make little boxes, and now later on I don't know if someone has done it before, but I just thought of saying something in the box, closing it, and then opening it. I can talk. Yeah.
I tell you what, that's where your distant voice really works as well. You used it straight away. Not only did you practice, you went away, you wrote a routine, and I was blown away. I told you at the time, but I'm really blown away by that routine you put together and coming up with the boxes idea and using. This is something, if you do get a TV spot, have Chris or Oliver. I love Oliver as well, but I prefer Chris. I like you, Chris, because you're there. When you're doing the box as well, so if you've got a puppet on your right hand and you're doing a voice on your left hand in a box, work on that. You probably already do it, but work on a routine that is just going to blow people's minds. What you just did there, it just made me think, wow, that was brilliant. And so, yeah, just keep being creative.
Not Nicholas.
Oh, Chris thought of that one, did he? Your manipulation, your puppetry, and this is something people don't realize, is that a ventriloquist, not only are you funny, you're a puppeteer, you're a technician of the ventriloquist act. So and we're constantly thinking of the next line. You know, you've been ad-libbing since our conversation, or I'm trying to be polite, but Chris has been interrupting, and that is down to Nicholas. No offense, Chris, but it's down to Nicholas. It's down to your technique and your talent. It just means that you're watching and you're learning from great ventriloquists out there, and I can see that, and keep it fresh as well. It's just what you're doing. I love it. It's fantastic. So well done, mate.
Thank you so much.
I really wish you all the best, and your dad as well. I hope your dad can get out there and do close-up magic. You can't do close-up magic when you're social distancing. You have to do 2 meter magic. 2 meter magic or something.
2 meter teeter, 1 meter eater. Great song, yeah. That was really good and creative.
Thank you very much. I think that's what we've been doing at Ventriloquists. Have definitely been creative. Now, did you get to see Jeff Dunham's special? I've not seen it over here yet. He done a special on Comedy Central.
Comedy Central? Yeah, not yet. I think it was a few days ago, but Al Gettler, he's another great ventriloquist.
Yes, he is.
He did an interview with Jeff Dunham about his comedy special, and people were asking in the comments some questions, and I was fortunate that Jeff Dunham answered my question. And
that's amazing that you spoke to Jeff Dunham. What did you ask him?
I asked him, what are some great tips that you have about being original and creating good comedy writing? And he said, it takes time to write down material, and you either have the funny in you or you don't. Yeah. What did you say?
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I hope one day that I finally get my book finished. I'm going to put a little bio and a little photograph of you in my book. I'm really, really pleased that you're enjoying the vent, because you don't want it to die down, and it's little talent like yourself that is keeping it going over there. And I hope to see you at the convention. That's where I need to sell my book in 2022, I think, is where I hope to come over now and sell the book.
I can't wait to read it.
Yeah, we'll get to meet you and your dad, and it'll be finally nice to have lunch together. So that's my goal. So 2022, I'll get to meet Chris. That would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, I love the originality and ideas you have, and I was really inspired. I used to watch you on YouTube when I first started the BGT clips, and inspired by you, and now I'm even more inspired when I got to chat with you. Come on, Nick, get it right.
Chris, you could talk better than Nick. Now, I really wish you all the best. Please give your parents my best as well, Nicholas, and thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
No, thank you. Yeah, for your time. Woo.
So you go to work this weekend, I go to work this weekend, so have great shows. Go and do your thing. Enjoy.
Yeah.
And go knock 'em dead.
Yeah.
That's cool. He's very excited, isn't he, Chris? He's a very excited kid.
Can't wait, because I'm going to finally get to see some people. I love this thing in the cities all day, and then I've gotten to talk with the same people every day, such as Spencer, the guy who always drinks. Oh my god. And all of them, yeah.
I saw him at Thanksgiving. But you do feel sorry for Chris, because Nicholas is just in lockdown, but you're in lockdown, like in the trunk. You're in double lockdown. We'll have to write a routine for him for the double lockdown. Only Lenny on the box. Lenny out. Take care of yourself, Nick. Thanks a lot for doing this, mate.
Thank you very much, and say hello to your family. Stay safe.
Take care, mate. See you soon.
Bye.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks, mate.
Eyes and Teeth.
Thanks to Nikolas. It's so great to have just a little influence in someone's budding career. I'm sure he's going to go real far. To keep up to date with Nick, you can find him on Twitter at Bushi Nikolas. That's BUSHI NIKOLAS. And you can find him on Facebook. Don't forget to add to his followers on TikTok at Nikolas Bushi. Today's comedy quote comes from Ron Lucas.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you know who that is? It's the leader of the free world. And she brought her husband.
The wonderful Ron Lucas there entertaining President Reagan and Nancy Reagan. Eyes and Teeth is written, produced and hosted by Steve Hewlett. Vocals by Nina, Lola and Larissa Hewlett. Additional vocals by Rich T. Eyes and Teeth music and jingles are produced and performed by Kevin Dean. Tune in next time on Eyes and Teeth when I'll be talking to the wonderful, very talented, funny, slapstick comedy of Mr. Damien Patton.